It's Nay, and welcome to Hey Nay. First, I want to say that this topic that I chose for this week's episode was a topic that I've always wanted to do, and I wasn't sure how to do it or when to do it. So I decided that I should do it for the 20th episode. Um, and I knew I couldn't do it alone, so that's why I polled for everyone to help me. So thanks for those of you who participate in the polls, and let me know that you like me sending out polls, okay? The topic of this episode is love and dating. We're going to jump right into it. So the first question I asked everyone was, do you believe in love at first sight? 67.9% say kind of, 28.6% says absolutely not, and 3.6% says of course. And I would have to lean towards the kind of part. Um, I believe that there's attraction at first sight for sure. Definitely attraction at first sight. Um, but some people do feel it. I do believe some people kind of feel something. They feel something. Doesn't necessarily mean it's love, but they feel something. And that's why I typically feel attraction at first sight. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. So, kind of is good. But I thought it was interesting that 28.6 said, absolutely not. And I think people have learned from, oh, I met you, oh, you were the worst thing, but you looked good at first, but now you're just like horrible. So like I thought I loved you, but you're actually bad. So I kind of get that too. Um, and I think kind of was a good medium. Was a good medium for both. Um, Next question was, what is your greatest way of expressing your love to your partner? 82.1% says the little things. 14.3% said sex, and 3.6% says buying and sharing things together. Um, yes, the little things would be the same for me. Um, but I'm curious to know what everyone's little things are. Is it cooking, cleaning, setting a card, just saying thinking of you, text, a nice text, you know, kiss on the cheek, kiss goodbye, things like that, you know, helping out, doing things without being asked to, doing considerate things. Those are the type of little things that I think about, and I hope you do too. Um, and I'm actually kind of surprised that sex was 14.3%. I thought it'd be just a little bit more, um, because I know for some people that is their expression. That is the way they show their partner, their love. That it's clear to the partner. Because I feel like when it comes to the little things, as well as buying and sharing things, sometimes your partner cannot necessarily understand that that's your way of showing your love. So I know sex is a way that people know that you show love for them. Um, so these other ways, communicate with your partner about it. Let your partner know that you doing these little things, even though you may not necessarily want, you know, consideration or gratitude. Let them know that that's your way of showing your love. The next question was, do you believe there is one person out there for everyone? 64.3% says yeah, but there could be more than one soulmate. 28%, 28.6% says yes, everyone has that special person out there, soulmates. And 7.1% says nah, that is just something nice you say to keep hope. First of all, that last one is so funny. I thought that was a good one. Because I do, at one point in my life, I did believe that was very true. But I would have to leave, yeah, but there could be more than one soulmate. We can love more than one person. We can love more than one person at the same time. We can love um, more than one person in one lifetime. And I think it's possible. There's not just one love, and I'm sure everyone will learn that as they live on. But I see it. I clearly see it. Um, I haven't necessarily experienced it, but I do believe it because I've seen it. And I know that it's true for a lot of people. And I'm sure some people who chose this have experienced it themselves. So, yes, um, you can call them your soulmate, but let you know that you can have more than one soulmate. What is your greatest? Oh, I already did this one, right? Sorry. um, do you believe you can love your partner and best friend the same? 78.6% says it is a bit different, like apples and oranges. 14.3% says, yeah, I love everyone the same. And 7.1% says, no, I love one more than the other. This one was a good one because I don't think a lot of people necessarily think about it. And I would say it is a bit different. It is a bit different. I think that you should love them equally. Listen, equally, but not necessarily the same way. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's like apples and oranges, but they're both still fruits. You get what I'm saying? You should still love them with the same magnitude, differently, but in the same magnitude. And I hope that's clear because a lot of times we lose that. That's how a lot of us end up losing friends because we end up loving our partner more than our friend. And if something happens with our partner, then we also lost our friend. See, and if you love them with the same magnitude, then you don't have these type of problems. Love them differently, but love them with the same amount. Cool? I hope that was clear. The last question: can you truly fall out of love? 60.7% says I'm not sure. 32.1% says Sally yes, and 7.1% says not at all. Thank you for being very honest, by the way, with these questions. And I can understand people saying I'm not sure because it's something that a lot of people may not necessarily experience or necessarily really understand, or they're conflicted with their own feelings. And some people say Sally yes because they've probably gone through something very serious in which they're no longer with that person and they feel like they don't necessarily feel the same way. But let me tell you that if it is real love, you will never stop loving that person. It never ends. If you truly love that person, you will forever love that person. You may not necessarily want to be with that person anymore. You may not necessarily even like that person. You know what I mean? You may not be able to tolerate certain things about that person. You may not be able to trust that person. But love, real love, does not die. It's always there. You always love whoever you love, pretty much forever. Okay? And I'm sure a lot of people don't necessarily agree with that. But when you find that real, real love, I'm sure you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. Cool. That was that. I want to thank you all for doing the polls. Let me know if you like the polls because I can do more. So please let me know if you like it and we can do more. So thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for watching. And since this is the 20th episode, I don't want to leave you guys without something special. So I know the time is going on, and I promise the future episodes are starting to get shorter and shorter. I'm trying my best, but this one's going to be a little bit longer, and I hope you stay a little bit longer to check out some of my favorite moments over the past 20 episodes. Enjoy. Deep down, we know ourselves. And every single day, we get to know ourselves a little bit more. Appreciate you doing this for me. I really do love this guy. We're like brothers. So you're not going to be in a horse carriage being transported all the way to the Plaza Hotel to go there, have dinner, then get picked up in a limousine, get driven all across town, a view of the Hudson, then to drop you at the front door and then give you roses and that. Oh no, come on, that's too much. I ain't doing that. I'm sorry. Now I know first. No, I'm sorry. That's too much.
You just limited yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm being real. And if you can't handle the realness, forget you. I'm being real. And let's be real. You know you feel the same way too. You're not gonna do that. So I'm sorry, but I'm telling the truth. Y'all know that's what I do on here. I tell the truth. Dang it, we don't on this question for a minute. Let me just move on because now I'm getting a little heated from that.
I feel about relationships. Sports. I feel about sports and relationships.
Brian, we just did this.
But I'm asking you now. I'm now your Brian.
But I answered the questions along with you.
Okay, let me ask you a different question. What's your perfect date?
Okay, this is a waste of time. I'm not doing this.
No, what's your perfect date?
No, I'm not doing
What's
this.
your perfect date? What's your perfect date? I'll tell you my perfect day. You tell me yours.
I think that's. Okay. And
Sorry. We're gonna.
that's. Is it okay to do it? Yeah, it's all right. But I don't necessarily think that. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
We had a little interruption.
Yeah, just a little interruption. I'm sorry. I was we got it. All right. So unedited, like I told you guys, exactly what happens. Okay. What was I saying? I would say if their pet did not like me, if it honest, I'm gonna be real. If it's a cat and it doesn't like me, that's more natural because most cats don't like me. Okay.
What if it's like a snake?
So, no, that's a deal breaker. I'm done. I'm not doing those games.
Spider?
No.
Tarantula?
No.
Ladies out there?
I guess, you know what?
No spiders.
I guess
no
I won't
snakes.
be able to do it. I guess if the pet doesn't like me, I don't like you. And then we done, okay?
I gotta go with that hygiene, yo. I can't do it, yo. I'm really bad with smells. So, like, and I'm kind of dealing with something right now. As we,
Make it clear
as
what
you
you're
said,
dealing with.
it's not Shaniqua. It's not Shaniqua. It's someone else around us. It's Shaniqua. I don't. Anyway,
it could definitely say that there's a weird side there, and not to say that that's a bad thing. I mean, being weird, it can be, it could be a good thing.
How so, Matthew?
Well, it just it adds excitement. Like, you don't want someone who's that normal. Like, that's
Ran
boring.
away. Remember to always start your day off with a hey. Bye.